So you guys are probably trying to figure out, how can I make money? What can I do now to make as much money as possible? How can I build wealth starting with no money, with $0, with no connections, nothing like that, just straight from scratch. So I'll get right into it right now. So the number one thing you need to do is change your mindset. I didn't really understand that speed is the most important thing when trying to make any sort of money. If you're able to make something happen before your competitor can, you're going to be the one that wins. For me, I would recommend do a sales job, do something where you have to communicate with people and where you're only getting paid commission. If you're working a salary job, you can still learn some really good stuff. You can still learn important things, just like any job. But working a commission job, you're going to be forced to learn as quickly as possible if you want to make some money. So I would say do that because you're going to have to hustle your butt off, which that's the best thing you can do right now. So what I would say is do a sales job, get that experience, make some money, and then as soon as you can bounce and leave it and just work on yourself, do it. But everyone has to start at level one. You can't start at level three or level four or level five, especially if you have no communication skills, if you don't even know what you're doing, you can't just get there. You have to slowly work your way up. And you're not going to make it to the top overnight. It's going to take years. So it's not easy to make money. When you learn, like, hey, I made $100 off this or $500 off this, you really start to respect money. And that's a super crucial skill. So whenever you do make it to the top and you're a multimillionaire, or hopefully even making more money than that, you respect even $100 because everyone has a start and you have certain goals you need to reach, and those goals can build and momentum can build, and eventually you'll work your way up to the top. But starting from level one is a really good story to tell too. So it doesn't hurt to work your way up the top because the top people who are making the most money and who are making the biggest impact on the world are the ones that are doing that. They're waking up super early in the morning and they're working all day until later at night. And then they do the same thing again and again. So that is not easy to do, but you have to sacrifice stuff if you want to make it. And that's what it takes. So you guys have to figure out how to focus, how to sacrifice fun things in order to be successful. So we'll go to step two, right? So step one is figuring out some sort of hustle or something you can do. Maybe selling something, maybe buying, canning, and reselling it. It could be literally anything. It doesn't matter because, like I said earlier, there are so many ways to make money. There's never really a wrong or right way. So go for it. But once you start to get some money, invest it in yourself, invest it in your dreams. Find someone who is already at the top in your particular niche that you are wanting to go in and literally watch all their YouTube videos. You have to find the people that are the most legit and network with people, meet people. And it's so easy. There's literally school communities out there that people make or other Discord communities that you can join. And most of them are little to no money. So there are honestly no excuses. You can join groups on Facebook. You need to network. That is crucial. So figure out what your hobby is, what your dream is, and go chase it. Don't waste time because you don't have the time. Like I said in other previous videos, in the next 5 to 10 years, the job market's going to completely shift. So that's why I would definitely recommend, if you have a lot of money from businesses, consider investing something in real estate or some sort of other asset class that gives you cash flow, because that's like what everyone says, you can make money when you sleep. That's the way to do it. Invest in these assets, give yourself cash flow, and even when you're not awake, you're printing money, which is what you want. But further than that, the number one thing that's the most valuable for anyone is having their own business that they can control. So that's why you need a network, because you and other like-minded people are going to want to build stuff together. So what you need to do is say, hey, let me build something myself or find someone who I can partner with and build this together. So you could start a business alone. There's no problem with that, but you need to have people who can help you or give you some sort of support. It's not going to be easy, and you have to keep working. But when you keep pushing with the same people for long enough, eventually rewards happen. You start building momentum, you start making money, and then you start expanding. So that's why you find your niche, you find people around you who you can work with, and then you keep pushing, you keep going, you start that business, and you just hammer it and you go, 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 because there's no stopping in this world. So I can give you guys an example of this, and I can talk about myself, which I think you guys will find very valuable. So a year ago from this time, I had no source of income. I didn't have a job. I was a senior in high school. I didn't have any sort of way to make money. So the number one thing I had was an iPhone. And what can you do with an iPhone? There are so many things you can do with an iPhone. You can communicate, you can call, you can text, you can literally sell stuff on your phone and make money. There's so many different ways to make money, but my strategy was, hey, I'm gonna get really good at sales. So I'm gonna pick up my phone, start calling homeowners and real estate agents on properties on Zillow. And that's literally what I did. So find an interest, get really good at that particular niche, start to sell it, start to find people who you can rely on. Once you have all of those, you just keep pushing, you keep selling, you keep monetizing, you keep promoting. After that, after you keep promoting, you're gonna get sales. And if you don't, that means work harder. If you're not getting anywhere, you're not working hard enough. That's the simple truth. You can't fail if you don't quit, so you have to keep trying. That's a great quote, and it's so true because if you keep going, even if you make no money for a year, 2 years, 3 years, that one day, $100,000 check, and you're like, what? How did I make that? It's because of those 3 years or 2 years of consistent effort every single day. So never give up. If you keep going, you're going to succeed. I cannot say that enough. Like, keep working, you keep pushing, and you go. So I know that's a very general statement, and again, there are so many different ways to make money. For me, it was real estate sales, but that's not for everyone. So you need to find something and just make money from it. So that's the point. Sometimes, even if it's not in your best interest and you don't necessarily love it, but you like it, you can still make money from it. So who cares? You're gonna build opportunities whenever you start, because if you start and you're networking and you're on these social media platforms and you're doing stuff, you're gonna have other people that reach out to you. So you're gonna have these other people that reach out to you who will bring you other opportunities to make money. So that's why it's so important to just start right now. Not wait, oh, I have excuses. Start right now, plan out your business, and go. And you're gonna fail, you're gonna have hurdles, you're gonna have things that you need to change, but who cares? Because there's no perfect business model that exists the first day. It constantly changes, things change, the world changes. So many things happen that you can't control that are gonna force you to change your business model. So that's how you get started now. You fail, you learn, and you just keep going. That's it. It's such an easy way to success, and it's so true. So if you're starting with $0, it's hard to make money, but it's not hard if you work hard. I promise you. If you keep going, it's not going to be an issue, because you're going to meet people, you're going to have friends and other people that work with you. You're going to build opportunities. So that's why you start. Networking is everything. It's not what you're doing in business, it's who you know, who is making money, and who wants to give you a chance to work with them. That's what it is. So I hope you guys got some value from that. I think it's going to be very crucial for you guys to start now. And instead of waiting for someone to come save you, start now, because no one's coming to save you. They're not. No, that magical person's not going to come. But what they will come, and they will be more likely to want to help you if you have some sort of success or something to back yourself up. So again, take action, keep going, stay consistent, and you're going to have more opportunities that come from that. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I will give you guys more of a blueprint, but I think the way to have any successful business is that you need to have the correct mindset and the correct thought process. So that's the most important, and the business is reliant on the way you think and the way you act. So that's why I'm so high on, hey, be motivated, but you also need to have discipline and you got to work. So yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.